This is level O, list 14, and we're doing the day 1 page. And in all these words, you can see we've got EST on the end. So EST at the end of a word generally means that it means the most of something. It changes a word into its superlative form. Superlative means the most. And usually to do that, we add EST to the end of a word. Sometimes we might say most instead of putting EST on the end. So the most important thing, we wouldn't say the importantest thing. So most words we add EST, but sometimes we just have to use the word most for a superlative. Now you can see in all these ones, these base words would have ended with a Y, but if there's a consonant before the Y, we must change the Y to an I before we add the EST. So easy would change to easiest, angry would change to angriest, dirty would change to dirtiest, heavy would change to heaviest, steady would change to steadiest, busy would change to busiest, happy would change to happiest, sunny would change to sunniest, pretty would change to prettiest, lucky would change to luckiest. You can't get rid of that sound, so be very careful that you do change Y to an I to keep that sound in there. Easiest, angriest, dirtiest. So you need to keep that sound. It's not easiest, angriest, dirtiest. You still need that sound before the EST. Okay, we've got some other things happening in this list, but pretty much you've dealt with all of these before. You know that if you have a long vowel sound, you're going to put one consonant after it. You know that if you've got a short vowel sound, that you're going to have a double consonant after it. Now these ones did come from long vowel sounds, so the long vowel sound applies, even though it's changed to a short vowel sound here. So heaviest comes from the word heavy, which comes from the word heave. So it's changed, as we've changed the use of the word, we've changed the sound that EA is making from a long vowel sound to a short X sound, same with steady, etc. Okay, let's get straight on to looking at what these words mean. So easiest means that something is very easy to do, it's very simple to do. The opposite of easiest would be hard. Angriest means that you're really not happy about something. So the opposite to angry would be happy. Dirty, dirtiest is the opposite to cleanest. So you can see this boy has dirt all over him. He's very dirty. He's the dirtiest. Heaviest means it weighs the most. Steadiest means that it's either the most steady pace or the most stable thing. Busiest means something is very busy, like the city. This city would be the busiest city probably in the world. Happiest means you're very happy about something, very joyous about something. It's the most joyous you can be, so you say it's the happiest. Sunniest means there's lots of sun, there's a lot more sun showing on a day than any other day. It means the most sun. Prettiest means the most pretty thing that you can see, so it might be Cinderella at the ball, or it could be anything. Luckiest means that you're very lucky to have perhaps won something or done something. So if it's the most lucky, we say luckiest. All right, let's go back and read the words, sound the words and spell them. So we've got easiest, 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 E-A-S-I-E-S-T, E-A-S-I-E-S-T, E-A-S-I-E-S-T. It's going E-A-S-I-E-S-T. This is level O, list 14, and we're doing the day 2 page, and here we're adding EST to these base words. So we've got easy has changed to easiest, angry to angriest, etc. So we've got dirtiest, heaviest, steadiest, busiest, happiest, sunniest, prettiest, and luckiest. So these are all of these words with EST on the end of them are superlatives. So when you have a word ending in Y, you have to change the Y to an I to add the EST. Now you can only do that if there is a consonant before the Y. If there is a vowel before the Y, you cannot change the Y to an I. So what does this mean? What is a superlative? It means the most of something. So if it's a sunny day, it could be more sunny, so it could be sunnier, or it could be the sunniest day. It means the most sunny day of all. When you add EST to the end of a word to form a superlative, then you're forming an adjective. So you would have the word followed, these adjectives preceding a noun. The dirtiest shoes, the heaviest weight. Okay, so let's go back and have a look at what other things we've got in these words. So in easiest, we've got the EA making the long E sound, and you've also got the S, is, making its Z sound. Angry, nothing tricky in there. Dirty, you've got the IR making that sound, one of the R-controlled vowels, one of the tricky ones, so make sure you remember dirty has IR in it. Heavier, we've got the EA making its short et sound here. It's changing from the word heave to a short sound heavy. Same with that one. We've got the short et sound in steady. Busiest, hap. Now you've got a short vowel sound here, so you're doubling the P. A short vowel sound here, so you're doubling the N. Pretty, we've got an E there for that it sound, and you've got a short sound, so you're doubling the T after it. Now we can't ever double a C or a K in a word, so we use one C and one K after a short vowel sound, so just be aware of that. Up there. So if you're taking these back to their base form, you would have to change the I back to a Y and take the EST off. But hopefully by now you should find this quite easy. If you didn't want to make it mean the most of everything, you just wanted to make it a comparative, you would add ER to make it mean more, but not the most. Okay, so let's go back and read the word, sound the word, and spell the word. So you've got easiest, easiest, let's break it into three. And then to write it, E-A-S-I-E-S-T, E-A-S-I-E-S-T, then go back and dot your I and cross your T. You can do the rest of those. Find the antonym, which means you've got to find the opposite to these words and write them down. And here, because you're near the end of your book, we've given you something fun to do. We want you to write the word, the base word, the word as a comparative, and then the word as a superlative. So here you're adding the ER, here you're adding the EST, and once again you've got to change that Y to an I because you've got a consonant before it. You can't get rid of that sound. There's no such word as happer or happest. It's got to be hap-e-er, hap-e-est. So just be careful of that when you're writing it, and draw some fantastic pictures here to show the meanings of those words. This is level O, list 14, and we're doing the day 3 page, and in these words we're adding the EST to them to make them into superlatives. So when we add the EST to the word, to the base, we're saying that it means the most, so the most easy, but we wouldn't say most easy or most angry, we'd say easiest, angriest by adding that EST. Okay, if you're changing them into a comparative form, you're going to change that EST to ER to mean more. And don't forget to change the Y to an I on the base word before you add the ER or the EST. So if you're writing the base word, you'll have to change the I back to the Y to fill in this section. So our words are easiest, angriest, dirtiest, heaviest, steadiest, busiest, happiest, sunniest, prettiest, luckiest. So you have to read, sound, spell, cover, write, and check those words there. Fill in the table here. Take note of this little comment alert that we've given you there about changing the Y to an I or the I back to a Y. Now, you know the vowels in the alphabet. They're the sounds that you make when no part of your mouth touches another part of your mouth. A, E, I, O, U, or if you give them their short vowel sounds, it'd be A, E, I, O, A. We also have consonants, and when you say a consonant, it means at least one part of your mouth is touching another part of your mouth. That's what makes vowels and consonants so important. So to be able to mouth a word, we know we have to have a vowel in each part or syllable of a word, so we can actually say the word. Now, Y can also be considered a vowel and a consonant. So it can make 3 vowel sounds, so we want you to write those here, and down here you've got to find 3 words with the Y in them where it makes each of those vowel sounds.